Hey, what's up, Mafis? Welcome back to the commute. In this video, we're going to be discussing about abstraction in Kotlin. Previously, we have already discussed inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. So a lot of stuff has been discussed. The only thing that remains is abstraction. We'll try to discuss it and also look at an example in abstraction. So let's get started. Now, as you can see, we have our Scratch file open here. Let's first of all try to look at a simple definition of abstraction. Abstraction can be broken down as something called abstract. Let's just take an example like C is a very basic level language. C is just an abstraction of low level, some kind of low level language, or maybe machine level language. The essential parts that we need from a machine level language are exposed to us with the help of C, right? And we use them to write whatever code we want. All of the functionality have been abstracted in C so that it makes our tasks easier. Abstraction refers to the practice of focusing on the essential features of an object and ignoring the non-essential ones. So we are only focusing on the essential things that are abstracted to us and ignoring the stuff that we don't need, all of the complexities that are hidden behind in the class, something like that. It's called abstraction. Let's look at a very good example, and that will help you understand what abstraction does. Let's get started with, let's say, if we want to make an abstract class, we have to say abstract here. Let's just say vehicle, right? This is a vehicle abstract class. We don't actually need a constructor here. So a simple abstract class called vehicle. And we want an abstract function in here. This abstract function helps us assign whatever functionality we want in other classes, right? Let's look at example here. What kind of functionality does a vehicle have? Like it is supposed to be driven. The abstract class vehicle has no functionality inside of it. Abstract function engine does not have any functionality inside of it. Instead, we make a different class that uses this vehicle abstract class. Now, as you can see, it is showing some kind of error here. I hope you can see it. If you cannot, I can zoom in here. And as you can see, it shows some kind of error here. And if we say implement members, it will implement the engine, override function engine. So the engine function has been overridden, and we are actually implementing the engine, which is actually inside of the abstract class vehicle, right? Let's take another class called bike, which will also take a vehicle. Okay, and let's implement it. Let's say println, right? Simple as that. So these two classes take the abstract class called vehicle and add the functionality of whatever function that is written. And what it is essentially doing is that we are actually exposing the things that we need and ignoring the rest of it, right? There might be some function called brakes, right? We're ignoring this functionality and just focusing on the engine that we need, right? Let's try to use this. As you can see, it actually gets the brakes function from the vehicle, but the functionality is just written inside of the vehicle. We're not using the functionality of this brakes. The complexity of this brakes is hidden away in the vehicle. We don't actually need it. The thing that we need is abstracted into the car class and the bike class, right? We can write the brakes here, and we can also say engine. Let's see what comes out. Brakes pressed, car engine. Okay, now let's say refers to the practice of focusing on the essential features. The essential feature might be the engine that we have, and ignoring the non-essential ones. It might be brakes function that we just want to ignore, and we don't need that inside of other classes. We just are focusing on the essential feature that we want on other classes. Now, why do we need to do abstraction? Now, first of all, the thing is the code reusability increases. It means the engine class, we know what kind of engine class is doing. So the code reusability increases. We don't repeat ourselves. We don't need to do engine again and again in these classes. And the thing is, we are only exposing the things we need. So it increases the security of your class. I hope you understood what abstraction does and how do we use it. And this is it for now. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. And this is it for now. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.